Hi guys, welcome back to Dragon Gaming. As for our 5th episode on Ark Survival Evolved. Moving on to the game, last episode we actually tamed our brand new dinosaur, the Triceratops. I haven't actually given it a name. I shall have given it a name by the end of this video, as you shall see. As for today, we are going to continue on our gameplay, and we might have also have a theme for today, looking at once we see what we have got. As for the time being, so actually beforehand actually went up and harvested a little bit more of crystals. When I went up, I also found a beaver dam, and I actually got a little bit more of cementing paste, as you can see. Actually, there were two of them. I also got a little bit of pearls, silica pearls. Since that's the case, we are going to continue building our greenhouse. Let's build 4 and 3 roofs, since we are lacking in that. As we see in the last episode, I actually wanted to make the greenhouse effect completely full by 300%. Basically what this means is basically the crops grow at a faster rate compared to the normal growing speed, because they have a boost of the greenhouse effect. Basically the glass structure makes it so that the crops grow quite faster. As you can see over here, greenhouse effect 300%. It's completely covered by glass, and that's what is giving us. Since that's the case, we shall see lots of growing going to happen. As we have 86. We also saw in the last episode that our brand new Triceratops are used to gather lots and lots of berries. As you can see, we actually crafted 186 narcotics. We are going to craft more and more by getting us more narco berries, harvesting more narco berries. As for the time being, we are going to leave it so that it can get its health back. As we saw last episode, we made it so that we increased its health so that it doesn't get killed very easily. We have one more level. I'm just going to put it in melee damage since it has enough health, and wait, it does a nice emote as for level up. Let's add also levels to this one. This one doesn't do that much. It's just a cute little tail snag. As for our croc, we have 15 more levels. Looks like this must be the one who have tamed the most. But it's been a while since we have tamed this, so maybe that's the reason why it's like this. Let's see. Wait. Include more health. We might be able to use it to explore underwater, so yeah, let's just increase that and that. It does a nice roll. So for our pet tree, it doesn't have a level up because I just leveled it up. We actually leveled ourselves up in the process. As you can see, we have 11 levels. We actually found an explore notch when we went to collect crystals, and we actually got a boost. Since we have got 11 levels, I'm just going to put a little bit in weight, so it becomes 1500. The rest I'm just going to pump it in health, so that it will be harder for dinos to kill and easier for us to survive in the open. Continuing on, we shall now continue on making the next step, getting more advanced tech. As you can see, we are going to get ourselves a fabricator today. We do need oil and spark powder. We actually gathered a little bit of oil ourselves. Since we killed the tech dino, we actually got a little bit of oil, a little bit of electrolysis, and element dust. We also got this scrap metal which we can use to get metal ingots. But as for right now, we do need spark powder. Let's see if we have enough. Yep, we have plenty. Let's go craft ourselves some. Just go craft a fabricator. There we go. As for the fabricator, we will need a little bit of fuel. As for the fuel, looks like we need to go get a little bit of oil. Basically, a fabricator uses fuel, a different kind of fuel to activate or use. There we go. As you can see over here, it needs gasoline. Basically, you can craft this in your forge by using hide and oil. You just need to put it inside. Let's just remove this one. A bit of hide, and it will just craft automatically with the metal ingots. As you can see, one has been produced. Let's just transfer so it will be easy for us to see. It will actually produce the metal ingots and the gasoline simultaneously. It does take a while to produce gasoline, so it actually takes a little bit of 6 of oil and 5 of hide. As you can see, we have 5 gasoline. We are going to transfer that here. I shall actually show you more ways to get metal later on in this video, or might be in the next one. This fabricator also needs a little bit of metal, so we're just going to grab metal, a little bit of raw basic resources, and lots of element dust. They do need quite a bit of both hide and fiber. They do need flint also. We do need that. That might be enough. And we need to turn on. As you can see, now we can craft other craftables. We are going to go craft an electric generator. Basically, all the electricity that is required basically comes from this, and it actually needs gasoline. Other things will need electricity to work. For example, our refrigerator, air conditioner, they basically do need electricity, and this is the only way to get electricity. Now, how to basically the wires make it so that the electricity can travel in all directions. We're just going to make sure that you can easily spread out. I'm just going to not leave it inside. I'm just going to leave it inside for the time being. I shall come back later to see on how much it's being made. As for the time being, we are going to go get ourselves a little bit of oil. It looks like the weather has changed. I think I might wait for the weather to change so that we can easily move aside. So I shall see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, it looks like the weather is getting better, but I just wanted to see if we can craft a little bit of more equipment with us so that we can go on our way. As for our first equipment, I wanted to craft some bullets because we actually had crafted our rifle, but we did not have enough bullets, so we're going to see if we can craft enough bullets for this ammo. For I think we need gunpowder. I did think we had enough. Yep, we do have enough, and looks like we can even craft more. So we're just going to get started on our bullets. As you can see over here, we can craft 13, that will be good. More, we shall also need some bit of more grappling hooks. Looks like we need stone arrows. I'm just going to transfer stone arrow and craft 5 more of this. So transfer and transfer. Since that's the case, we shall also need one more crossbows for us to use. So I'm just going to craft one more. Actually, I'm also going to repair our old crossbow so that we can use it later on. I'm just going to put it here, and yep, this one I'm going to put it here. As for the arrows, I'm going to exchange this one. The grappling hook basically uses the crossbow. It actually doesn't allow anything other than a crossbow. Though I've never tried it on a harpoon launcher, but actually this one basically uses long darts, basically darts which are longer than this. Actually, let's craft the darts instead of using our crossbow. Let's just craft one more. Looks like we're out of metal. Let's borrow a little bit of metal from this side. Not that, but this. So one long rifle and split tack. We are going to need a little bit of narcotics. As I said, basically once you proceed onward with the game, we shall need to have more rare resources. As you can see, you'll be needing more and more resources, but basically the basic 6 are the good ones to have because you can use them to get other more higher level resources. As for that, we're going to change it here and use ducks. Now we have powerful equipment to knock out creatures as well as to kill them, and also a way to run away. Since that's the case, we shall also grab let's see if we can get a shotgun. Actually, a shotgun can be crafted here. It looks like we'll need polymer. As for the people who just get started throughout the game, before using cementing paste and obsidian to craft gear, it's better to get polymer, organic polymer, so that you can use it as a replacement for the normal polymer. Basically, you can get it from killing lots and lots of penguins. There are other creatures in the game that can also give you organic polymer, but I have not found much of that. So actually I did come across a dino, but I do not remember the name. Actually my crocodile just killed it. I actually saw a bit of organic polymer in it, but it doesn't look like it has it. Yep, so organic polymer actually dissolves after some time. so it's basically good to use it at start. As for right now, let's see if we can get a bit more. Let's see. It needs, for electrolysis, looks like it needs metal and silica pearls. So we shall just get a little bit of more silica pearls and organic polymer, and also we shall get a little bit of oil. Basically, there is actually lined up in one single side of the island. As you can see, this red obelisk, I'm just going to go over there and show you so that we can save time. As we are proceeding to the red obelisk, as I actually thought I will show you a nice location to get some extra explore nodes, so that it can actually help us in leveling up. It actually looks like there are lots of raptors, but actually, let me see. There we go. There's a chest over there down. It's actually like an explore node. We're going to see if we can kill this dinos so that we can get our explore node. Let's see. There we go. We've killed our raptors. Actually, now we're just going to land and get our explore node. There we go. Another explore node is just next here. Just look for this big rock over here. Just and you shall see some ruins at the side. Basically, you'll have to have a flyer to get this explore node over here. As you can see, we have another explore node gotten. Now here is a mess to get our dino. Shit. Looks like we are stuck. Yep. We have taken fall damage. Actually, fall damage in this game is actually real. It actually sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. The other explore node, the third explore node you can find in this part of the area is basically at the corner over here. Next to the island over here, you should actually see a small ruin. It's actually hard to find, but once it actually seems closer to the ground. And here we go. As I said, it's actually close to the beach. Just need to go and get this explore node. I actually got it before, but I actually just wanted to show you. As you can see, we did not get any level. Sorry, this is the level. We got one level out of it, but we might be able to get another level. Maybe by killing a dino. Let's try killing Sako. Maybe we might get another level. Yep, we did get a level. Also, your dino can have a double XP boost if you're riding on it. As you can see, we are riding on our dino and it has a double XP boost because we actually got an explore node. Moving on, once you get to the red obelisk, moving on this side of the map, if you move closer to the beach, you shall see some silica pearls being dropped on each side of the map. It's actually very easy to notice them. They're basically kind of like white stuff that actually float out of the map. Looks like we're not having any luck right now, but actually they do show up on this side of the beach more often. It looks like we're missing a little bit of luck, but they do show up over here. I shall actually see if I can find it in front, but looks like we're out of luck on this side of the map. Yep, we are out of luck. Looks like you might not be able to see the silica pearls. Yeah. Looks like we have a bit of a bad luck. Although they do show up on this side of the beach, they're basically round shaped white things that actually show up on beaches close to the water. Nope, no, no silica pearls. Looks like they're all gone. Actually, this part of the map is actually quite wild. Most of the dinos in this part of the area, they just keep on attacking and attacking. As you can see, keep on attacking. They do not stop. They're quite harsh. But we do not need to engage in them. We just need to move on this side of the map so that I can show you how to get oil nodes and this is a bit of organic polymer. As you move this part of the area, you should actually see these black rocks. Basically, you can harvest them with a pickaxe. Once you harvest them, as you can see, they give stone and oil. They're actually quite easy to get. There are lots and lots of black nodes over here. Oil nodes, sorry. They do give lots and lots of oil. We're just going to harvest a bit of oil, and so that we might not need to have to come back later on in the game. It does take a while to get to the other side of the map, since we are at the bottom south area and this is actually the northwest side of the map. Looks like we already took care of this node. So yeah, and actually since we actually kept some levels into our fortitude, we are not getting cold. Otherwise we could have been losing our health. As you can see, actually kept 120 fortitude so that we can survive the temperature. As you can see, it's -1. Basically, once it gets negative, it actually starts affecting your health. Your health starts to decrease slowly by slowly. So it's best to keep a bit of fortitude. 100 might be enough, but I'll actually just get a little bit more because I shall also be climbing a bit of the mountains and getting inside the caves, so that might get a bit awkward. But I do think they have enough levels to cover all the other areas, so do not have to worry for you losing out on other parts of the game on leveling up. Let's see, we have around 700 oil. Looks like that might be enough for right now. Let's just get this last one so that we can move on to the next part of the harvest. So moving on, as these small islands over here, you might be able to find penguins over here on this side of the maps, but they might not be there if you come at a bad time, and it looks like we do have a little bit of a bad time. As you can see, there are lots and lots of oil nodes around this part of the map. Basically, they do show up in the snowy side of the map, the winter side. So best come prepared with warm clothes. Actually, you can use another type of armor, which is fur, which is preferred in this part of the map. Actually keeps you warm. As you can see, we have found some penguins. We are going to attack them. As you can see, we get organic polymer. We're just going to harvest a bit of that. As you can see, it's actually easy to harvest this organic polymer, but there is also one actually downside to getting this organic polymer instead of the normal organic or like organic polymer, and that is actually as you shall see in our inventory. It's actually stacked with sorry, it's in our Dino's inventory. Let's just land over here for a bit. As you can see, it's actually divided up in 10, and it has a decay, a spoil time of 30 minutes. After every 30 minutes one of them will decay, and they do give very less, so that's actually the downside of harvesting through these penguins. As you can see, it's actually quite hard to get polymer in the game. You can actually use a refrigerator to actually cook your organic polymer in it so that it doesn't spoil, but I don't think so they will have enough fridge to keep all your organic polymer since it only stacks up to 10. So the best way to use it is actually harvesting it when you need it and not on another base. Looks like we have another explore over here. Maybe not, it just looks like it's plain old ruins. And that's how you get organic polymer. Looks like we might have an explorer node. As you can see, this is how it actually shows up if you find a brand new explore node. We did not see this kind of an emote in the others because we actually already opened it up, but this is how it actually works. If you find another explore node, the same thing will happen. As for right now, it looks like we do have enough organic polymer for right now. We do need a little bit of silica pulse. Let's try to find a little bit more of the silica pulse. We might be able to find it if we get lucky, or else there is another way to get silica pulse, but it doesn't work on the island map. So for us to perfectly get silica pulse, we do need to get oysters, which doesn't look like they are on this side of the map. Yep, looks like we finally found some. As you can see over here, these are silica pulse. Basically, once you collect them, you get silica pulse out of them. They actually don't have this kind of lacing. They actually come out of the water. It looks like maybe this is how it works, but they do give lots and lots of silica pulse, so maybe getting a few is a lot. We better run away before we get attacked, and we might not survive and we lose all our loot. Yeah, let's run away. As you saw, we got a bit of silica pulse out of there. Let's see how much. 191, but you might get more if you get lucky, but I don't think we might be lucky at the current moment. As we see over here, the down there, as you can see over here on this side of the map, they are also, it looks like this time they're underwater, but they do quite show up Nope. Yeah, they do quite show up on top of the surface. It's actually easy to notice them. Let's see if we might find a bit more of them underwater this time. We actually didn't see last time because we were focusing on above ground other than underground or under the water, sorry. It doesn't look like it even has underwater. I'm actually a bit shocked whether they do show up on this side of the map. Because I remember I used to actually take helicopter this way. I think maybe it's just this time that we might not have found them, but they do show up on this side of the map and also the south side, but this is basically the most seen location that they show up. Let me just go back to our base so that we can continue on crafting. If on the way I might find some silica pulp, I will see if I can record it, but as for right now I'm just going to skip so that we can finally get to our base. We actually went around the map, but we could not actually find the silica pearls. Looks like it might just be now, but I am actually sure they do quite show up on around the beaches. But as for right now, let's continue on seeing what it is. I'm just going to transfer the silica pearls so that I can make electrolysis and transfer the organic polymer into the fabricator. As another thing, if you remove inventory that has spoil time from your dino, it actually gets significantly less as once you transfer it inside, it actually shows your spoil time of 17 and right now it's 19. It's actually the opposite with meat. As you can see over here, the spoil time is 21. Once you remove it, it becomes 5 minutes. There are some things that stay better in the dino, while others better in your inventory. So make sure to find out which is which. As you can see, we have enough polymer to craft anything. Basically we need other ingredients, but organic polymer works as normal polymer and you can use this as a substitute for this so that we do not have to trade obsidian and cementing paste. Looks like our bird just got stuck. We are going to make it so that it doesn't unstuck it. And make sure it doesn't follow us. As for the time being, looks like I'm missing out on a little bit of metal. As you can see, we have got 30 of our gasoline. But we're going to need lots and lots of more, so I'm just going to transfer oil and transfer the rest of the oil over here with a bit of gasoline and metal, and it looks like we have opened up more. The next thing we might need is our refrigerator. Let's see if we can get a bit of crystals and our metal so that we can craft our refrigerator. We might also need air conditioners once we start breeding our dinos so that we can get better dinos out of the tool. Looks like we were not able to actually tame a dino today. I actually wanted to tame a good dino that could be able to harvest wood, maybe a Ananke. Looks like we'll have to do it in our next episode. As for this episode, looks like we're out of time. I'm just going to leave it over here. As for our next episode, we are going to continue on building all the resources that we actually crafted in this video. Since we crafted a generator, a refrigerator, and we actually got more rare resources, I'm just going to go and craft. I'm just going to go and get a little bit of more resources so that I can meet you up in the next episode and we can continue on building our base. Looks like our friend wants to say hi. So moving on, continue watching my channel, subscribe and like the video to see more awesome videos.